In a shocking development from Russia, a general and his aide were killed yesterday when a bomb detonated in front of his apartment on Ryazansky Avenue in Moscow. Killed were 54-year-old General Igor Kirillov and his aide Ilya Polikarpov. The SBU, Russia's security organization, has detained a 29-year-old Uzbek national who recorded a confession that details his involvement in the assassination. In the confession, the man claims that he was approached by Ukrainian security services with the promise of $100,000 and a residence in the EU if he carried out the plot. He bought an electric scooter and armed it with a bomb he assembled from parts secretly sent to him from Ukraine. He placed the scooter on the curb outside the front door to the general's apartment. He also rented a car and parked it on the street, and in the car he mounted a webcam that live-streamed the front door to a remote location where the assassin was watching on a laptop. Once he saw the general and the aide walk out, he detonated the bomb. According to the suspect, Ukrainian Security Services personnel in Dnipro were also watching the live stream as the attack happened. The explosion was picked up on several security cameras in the area. The general and his aide were killed instantly. Russian state news agencies reported that the bomb had an explosive force equivalent to 300 grams of TNT. Analysis of the wreckage showed the scooter with the handlebars missing, which could mean the explosives were packed inside of them. A source in the Ukrainian SBU told the BBC that Kirillov was a legitimate target and alleged that he was responsible for the mass use of banned chemical weapons. Last May, the U.S. accused Russia of deploying chemical weapons as a method of warfare in Ukraine, in violation of international laws banning their use. American State Department officials said Russia was using the choking agent chloropecrine to win what they described as battlefield gains over Ukraine. According to the Ukrainian SBU, Russian forces have used drones to drop chemical weapons on Ukrainian soldiers, and more than 2,000 Ukrainian service members have been treated for chemical poisoning over the course of the war, and 3 people have died. The Kremlin called those accusations baseless. The tone of the apprehended Uzbek's taped confession makes some security experts who've seen it believe that it was forced, and that perhaps the Russians aren't sure that he's the guy who carried out the assassination. But regardless of who actually committed the killing, the fact it happened exposes gaps in Russia's counterintelligence and security apparatus. Both the scooter and the car with the camera were sitting in front of the general's apartment for a long time unattended, the sort of thing that counterterrorism agencies should notice before a plot is carried out. The assassination also got the attention of civilians living in Moscow who view the war in Ukraine as something they only see on their televisions or phones. The Russian government has vowed revenge in the wake of this assassination, and that will probably come in the form of missile attacks on Ukrainian infrastructure targets. All right, more on this as the information becomes available, so if you're not already a subscriber, become one so you don't miss anything. And in the meantime, I look forward to talking to you again very soon.